everybody. Welcome back to Up, and Away, a comic book movie review and news podcast. My name is Joe Gilpin, joined as always by my brother,
Matt.
How are you today, Matt?
Good.
Wonderful. This is a podcast where we get together, we watch and review movies every Friday. Movies every Friday. And here on Tuesdays, we talk about everything we can about what's been going on in the world of comic book movie news, culture, all that kind of stuff. Today's a Tuesday Newsday episode. We have a big whole long list of shit. You excited for this, Matt?
Yeah.
It's going to be a good day. We're going to start, of course, with the headlines.
With an image.
We're going to start with an image. Usually we have a story. Today it's just a photo. We have our first look at Deadpool 2's Cable.
Yeah, Josh Brolin.
You excited?
Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited.
Thanos himself.
Thanos himself, Cable himself.
Jonah Hex himself.
The 90s come alive again. All crazy pouches and variant covers. I love it. This is a really, really good-looking Cable.
Yeah,
this is premium Cable, baby.
Yeah.
This is no Comcast. This is premium. This is Verizon Fios.
Hey, I have
Cable.
I have Comcast.
Comcast is around.
It works. I get my shows.
It's not as bulky as I think some people... But you can't do as bulky as Cable actually is.
That's like the joke.
Yeah, he's unrealistically... Not even The Rock looks like that.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And Josh Brolin's never going to look like that.
No, Josh Brolin is in such good shape.
He's in really good shape. What do you think about all the face, the wrinkles, the scars?
He
looks like he's been boiled in Fenway beer.
I love his hair, too. He looks very Dolph Lundgren-y.
He looks like old Macklemore.
Yeah, old man Macklemore.
Old man Macklemore.
Yeah, like they could do like Logan, but do it with Macklemore. That's what he looks like. He's also got the eye,
the cybernetic eye, and he's got the tri-pronged scar over the other eye, which is very cool. He's got the metal arm. Something else he has, clipped to his belt, teddy bear, which points to one person and one person only, Bane.
Osito.
Bear Man.
Yeah.
Hope Summers.
Yeah.
That's very clear, Hope Summers. That's going to be what he's doing. He's going to be looking for his daughter. That's got to be it, right?
It's got to be.
Why else do you put that fucking teddy bear on the clip?
Unless it's just like, she gave it to me.
Yeah. No. We are getting Hope Summers. We're getting a lot of...
It's probably the plot.
We're getting a lot of Summers family bullshit. Yeah, it probably is.
And we just saw at the end of, I forget which X-Men movie it was. I think it was Apocalypse. Nathaniel Essex.
Yes.
And he is Mr. Sinister is very obsessed with the Summers.
It's his whole thing.
So this could be the tie-in to the other X-Men movies.
If we could drop Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool into the middle of the Summers family tree, and him trying to figure it out like a Frank Grimes.
Oh yeah, he's like Twin Peaks. Like he's trying to piece it all together.
It just doesn't work. Nothing fits together.
Yeah.
Until he just drives himself even more insane.
That'd be very funny.
That'd be very funny. I'm very into this Cable. I think they're doing a good job. The Deadpool universe continues to fucking nail it.
Yeah. I can't wait. Give me a trailer.
Very excited. Other piece of big news this weekend, very unexpected, out of fucking nowhere, Millarworld.
Yeah, this is weird.
Mark Millar's comic universe has been bought by Netflix.
Netflix's first ever acquisition.
Isn't this crazy? They bought them like Disney bought Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
Like, they just straight up own it now.
Yeah.
Netflix is in the business of making these comic books now as well.
I wonder if Millar's going to like still be involved.
I'm sure he will. I mean, as much as like Stan Lee is involved.
True. I mean, it's like his stuff.
I don't see. I mean, it's Millarworld. You can't kick out Mark Millar.
Yeah, but I mean, they bought it from him, so I wonder if he has still stake in it.
They bought the future of his creation,
right?
Which includes him. Which also means we are probably going to be getting what are we gonna call this? The MWCU.
The Millarworld.
The Millarworld.
Let's call it the Millarworld.
Which includes such properties as Kick-Ass. He was the writer of Kingsman. He was the writer of Superior. He's written a lot of really good stuff. Kingsman, there might be some problems there because that property is doing very well outside of Netflix. They have their own movie universe going on.
The first one I didn't see, but apparently it was great.
People fucking love that.
I saw the trailer for the second one, and that looks fun. So I might have to go check those out. We'll watch them on the pod.
They've been crushing it. Millarworld has a lot of good stuff to work with. You have Nemesis, which is... do you know about any of these Millarworld properties?
I saw Kick-Ass.
Did you see Kick-Ass? Yeah, there's Kick-Ass, who's the kid with the skeleton. And all.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
There's Nemesis, which is basically what if Batman acted like the Joker? What if Batman, instead of being like bored and wanting justice, was bored and just wanted to create chaos and had all this money?
Okay.
Superior, which is my personal favorite of the Millarworld titles. 12-year-old kid has cancer. His last wish is he basically gets like a alien genie.
He's a Make-A-Wish kid.
Kind of. That kid, he gets visited and granted a wish to become his favorite superhero, Superior. Okay. And things kind of go from there. It's a little Shazam.
I was about to say, little Shazam-y.
It's a little Shazam-y. There's MPH, there's Starlight, there's a lot of really intense titles that Netflix can bring to light. Which they've been doing with the MCU already. That's the most surprising part about this to all me. Netflix has been partnering with Disney.
True. We had those reports that Netflix was apparently like in a shit ton of debt.
They have $20 million in debt.
Is it 20 million or 20 billion?
I heard million.
I heard billion.
You might be right. But sometimes on the balance sheet, that can just mean that they don't have the assets and they have promises out to different people over time. That doesn't necessarily mean they are running around with their heads on fire. Sometimes you mean to be $20 billion in debt.
Sure.
As crazy as that sounds, capitalism is an insane thing sometimes, but that might be very much on purpose.
Yeah. I'm very into this. Something that could possibly push.
I think we're going to get some amazing, different television out of this.
Yeah. And shared universe is the hot ticket right now. You've got the MCU, you got the DCEU.
There's like 6 MCUs right now.
The Fox has got X-Men.
There's the Fox, there's the Spider-Man, Sony MCU.
And then you've also seen other companies like Universal has tried to put out a Monsterverse, the Dark Universe.
The Dark Universe, the Transformers universe.
Yeah,
the Harry Potter universe.
Is that shared? I guess with Fantastic Beasts now it's shared.
No, it's shared. They're going to keep moving on that.
Yeah,
it's shared.
That's true. And then you've also got possibly a Stephen King shared universe, because all his books take place in the same universe.
There you go.
They've got It coming out. Dark Tower just came out, but apparently it wasn't very good.
Bombed.
I'm interested in It. I think that looks good. I saw the miniseries. That was good. There's one scene. Have you read It?
No.
There's one scene that there's no chance that they fucking put in it, and I don't really want to spoil it.
Isn't it about like all the kids fuck each other or something? Yeah.
They'll have like a big old sewer orgy. It's like, ooh, I don't know if you can do that. And the thing is, like, they don't put it across, because there's only one girl in the group. There's one girl and like 5 or 6 guys. Like, they don't put it across as like she's like a slut or anything.
They just run train on her.
But they do it as like a sign of unity, and that they're all friends. It's like, has Stephen King ever had friends?
Damn, Stephen King is a weird guy.
Yeah.
He is a weird guy among weird guys.
And it's not portrayed as sexual either. It's just, like, clinical.
Did you ever hear that story about when he got run over by that car?
No.
So he got run over by this car and it was very serious.
We're off the rails.
100% off the rails.
We're talking about kid orgies.
We're talking about Stephen King.
We're talking about shared universes.
Shared universes, which of course leads to orgies.
Orgies.
My favorite shared universes. So Stephen King got hit by this car. The guy who hit him ended up like dying in super mysterious like circumstances. And then Stephen King like bought the car that hit him. And apparently over the course of like 6 months while he was recuperating, just like hacked it apart with a chainsaw every day. Stephen King is a weird guy.
He's a weird guy. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited for Millarworld.
Shared universes are all the rage.
Yeah.
I think it has a chance to really be something new and something fresh.
The big problem with all these for a long time is that they're all R-rated for the most part. They're all very seriously R-rated.
Netflix is good for that.
They are functionally R. You cannot take that out of a lot of these titles and have them still be the same thing.
Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass. Very hard to make that anything but R-rated.
Yeah.
When you look at Hit Girl and other characters that are going on in there. So
the
I think
motherfucker is literally the villain.
Yeah, I think we have some really good stuff coming with this. I really am excited for what they can produce.
All right. Moving on to some DC news. Not really the DC Extended Universe as we know of, but some DC news nonetheless. That streaming service that is seemingly coming.
That I want answers on today.
They just pulled all their stuff off Netflix.
Yeah, and that's not because it's going away forever. It's because they want you to go pay for it on their service.
Yeah.
Where they're also going to be releasing new content.
And one of that new content is Titans. Titans, we know that it's going to feature Nightwing, probably, Starfire, Beast Boy, and we just had our first casting, and it is Raven. It is a young actress, very young girl, named Teagan Croft. She is Australian. She is 13 years old. She looks younger than that.
So they're really skewing down on this.
Yeah.
So I was a little afraid of that. We were going to get some, 19-year-old, beautied up.
Sure.
young Disney type of kid where it's like they seem like they're even older.
Right.
Plugged into this, like, yeah, she's 12 kind of thing.
She's like fully developed and everything.
Do you remember the Simpsons spin-off showcase where they were like,
Lisa
with Lisa's character? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They got like a 25-year-old actress to play her. So this seems to kind of contradict that casting sheet that we got a little bit ago, about a month ago, when it was like, oh, the main guy, which was Dick, was about 20 to 25 years old, and they said Raven was going to be about 15, 16, I think it was. This girl is younger by her real age, 13, and she looks younger than that. And we know that these actors tend to play younger. So I wouldn't be shocked if Raven here is supposed to be 10, 11.
Yeah, very possible.
I mean? Look at Tom Holland. He's 20 and he's playing 15 in Spider-Man.
No, it always happens. I mean, you look at Party 5, everybody on that show was 45 playing a high school.
Andrew Garfield was 30 when he was Spider-Man.
Yeah. People, it's how they're real good at making people look younger.
Yeah, it's just how it goes. So that might be different. It looks like that might not be true.
Well, if Teagan Croft is in this and she's 13, and let's say she's playing 13, right?
Okay.
So you can't have a 25-year-old actor next to a 13-year-old. Everybody has to be around the same age.
That's right? How I see it too. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's called Titans, not Teen Titans, so Dick can be older. It's like, yeah, but I think they're just going.
Yeah, but that'd be really fucking weird to have a 25-year-old hanging out with a 13-year-old on this team. It's very possible, and there's some interesting stories to tell there, but it seems unlikely.
Especially also if you have her juxtaposed with Starfire, who could theoretically be a gorgeous girl who could be 21 and like be.
She could be any age. Yeah.
But if she's 21 and like fully developed and she's like a bombshell, it looks awkward.
She's some thick Instagram model.
I mean, honestly, you have her standing next to this young Teagan Croft, and it doesn't. Great name, by the way, for Raven. Croft? That's like Scooby-Doo. There was a Ravencroft. Whoa, Ravencroft. That was the name of a Scooby-Doo villain. That's crazy. I just put that together in my mind. It would look off. And especially when Raven's had a relationship with Beast Boy in the comics, Beast Boy's always portrayed as the youngest member of the Titans.
Some people got spicy about the hiring of Teagan Croft. You want to talk about that?
How?
Some people were like, "Oh, they should have gotten a not white girl." Was there something like that?
Oh, well, a lot of people were upset. It was like weird, like reverse. It was like, oh, I'm shocked they didn't go get like a black transgender or something. Like people just saying shit like that. It's like Raven has gray skin.
Yeah, she is a demon.
Yeah,
her father is the devil, Trigon.
Yeah, essentially the devil, and it wouldn't have mattered what. She's a blonde girl with blue eyes.
But we both definitely saw people getting like weirdly irate about her the concept that she could have been a diversity hire.
Yeah. If any of them are diverse, Beast Boy's probably the most likely. I wouldn't be surprised if Nightwing.
I have a feeling they're gonna go. Nightwing would be really good for a male Asian lead.
It's true.
I think so.
I mean, Dick Grayson was almost, Marlon Wayans? I believe it was. Batman and Robin?
Absolutely.
He got paid for that. And they still
just didn't use him.
Yeah. Good
Thank
for him.
God, he is happy every day. He got paid to not appear in that movie. Really May we all be so lucky. I wish there's a lot of other people involved in that movie that wish they were paid to not be in it.
George Clooney probably being the biggest one. So I'm excited for that. We're probably going to get more casting here in the coming days. Next week we'll probably have somebody else. I really hope they all cast them around the same age. And here's my problem with this.
Saved by the Bell style.
A little bit, yeah. She'd be the Lisa Turtle. Something that I fear, and I think the Titans work best when they're in juxtaposition with the League.
Yeah.
With the Justice League.
Yeah.
I don't see a feasible way where you can do this show and do it well without Batman.
Without something for them to strive towards.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because there's always this, I've got to get there. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what makes... Anytime you, go watch a college game of football or something, it's always cool because you know these guys are playing to be in the NFL.
Yeah. That's
part of what makes the game so exciting. This is not the end of the road for these guys. Mm-hmm. It's part of their development. It's part of their development, hopefully.
Right. Everybody's striving for that.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's a big reason why Young Justice is so good.
Yeah.
It's because you get there's a Justice League storyline that's like the B story. You know what I mean? Especially in season 2.
Yeah. So good.
So good. I feel bad for anybody who didn't get to watch it. while it was on Netflix. Go buy the streaming
Go.
service.
You gotta find it.
You gotta find
it some way.
Go buy it. And I'm sure it's at Best Buy for $15 probably. So we don't know if this is canon yet in the DCEU. Not a chance. I don't see how that's because we're getting a Nightwing movie. You know what I mean, from Chris McKay. I don't see how they can give us a DC Extended Universe Titan show like this and have that be canon.
I agree.
So
let's move along.
Good for Teagan Croft.
Good for Teagan Croft. Moving along. Silver and Black. Got a couple more details. This is the Silver Sable Black Cat movie coming.
The movie that nobody wants.
The movie that nobody wanted. And the movie
Prove me wrong, children.
The movie that seems... Yeah, nobody beforehand was like, if we could just get a fucking silver... Like, you might be excited for it now, having been told you're going to get it, but you were not clamoring for this.
There's other things I want to see before I see a Silver and Black movie. I'm going to watch it, don't get me wrong, unless it looks real bad.
So the very basic plot is Felicia Hardy, Black Cat.
We'll probably watch it anyway for this podcast, so I'll watch it no matter what.
She stole something from Mendel Stromm, also known as Gaunt, who we've talked about on the podcast before. Mm-hmm. She steals something of his, which is described as a quote-unquote enhancement. Clearly, erection pills.
Super soldier serum.
Most likely. This puts Silver Sable on her tail because Sable, who will be working as a bounty hunter for the U.S. Department of Justice, which I don't like.
No, yeah. Why she get a paycheck?
Why is she working for the U.S. government? She should be a Simkarian agent. Hopes that she's trying to get to Hardy because she thinks Hardy will lead her to Mendel Stromm, who has been performing experiments on the Simkarian people. So this feels very generic spy movie.
Yeah. These could be anybody.
The two will then eventually team up to stop Mendel Stromm and his lackeys, which will most likely include Scorpion and Tarantula.
I wonder if they're going to go Michael Mando from Spider-Man Homecoming as the Scorpion.
That really is the big answer, because that immediately will tie it back.
Yeah, that's the only... And then if they just cast, like, fucking... Remember Jason Biggs was rumored for Scorpion? Like a while... Like a year ago? Maybe we'll just do that.
Yeah, fuck it, Jason Biggs.
Even though I'm not... I saw, like, the first half of American Pie. I've never seen anything Jason Biggs has really done. So I'm not going to openly shit on the guy.
Sure.
I just don't care yet.
It just feels very... basic,
give me a cast
spy thriller kind of situation.
I don't know who you can cast to get me excited about this, but cast them.
Yeah, because that would help me visualize. Just right now, there's not a lot of there to talk about.
There's looking at superhero films. There's a lot of great casting out there, just looks wise. You know what I mean? A lot of these actors are embodying these characters. Hopefully, they strike fire. Maybe somebody is just, oh man, that is Felicia Hardy right there. But off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody.
Does the Department of Justice have bounty hunters?
No.
No, right? Like, Jeff Sessions doesn't have, like, bounty hunters he can call up. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Watch out, Duray McKesson. But Silver Sable will be playing a bounty hunter.
She's an ICE agent.
She's an ICE agent, technically. She'll be playing a bounty hunter for the U.S. Department of Justice. I don't like that she's working for the U.S. government. I think she works better as a freelance agent or an agent for her Simkarian people.
Yeah, it's
because that's an interesting tale that they always tell with her, is her connection to her homeland. Mm-hmm. This war-torn... I've always thought of it as basically the Ukraine. Sure. You know what I mean? That's what I think of Simkaria. Yeah.
I dig it. So, just tell me... There's a couple things I want to know. Just tell me who the Scorpion is. Is it Michael Mando or is it not? Tell me now.
Because that's really the canary in the coal mine.
Yeah. Because it's going to
That's the Scorpion in the coal mine.
It's going to tell me if this is going to be shitty or not. You know what I mean? A little bit. It's going to tell me if this movie matters.
Are we all in or not?
That's what I'm not all in. No.
That's what I mean. Well, I mean, are they all in?
Are they? Oh yeah, true.
We'll see.
I don't know. They got Tom Hardy to play Venom though, so let's see what they get for this.
So I'm listening.
DC Extended Universe talk. David Sandberg, who is directing Shazam, which is cool. He is from the James Wan tree. He's a horror director. He did the movie Lights Out, which was apparently great. He also did this new movie Annabelle Creation, which looked like it was going to be super shitty, but apparently it's stellar.
Hey, awesome.
Like, I think it is 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No shit.
So, like, wow, good for him. That's the doll from the Conjuring movies that James Wan did.
Wait, Lights Out, the show Lights Out or the movie
The movie Lights Out is a horror movie. He's
a
horror director.
I thought it was the show Lights Out. I think it was about boxing.
No, not him. And he was talking about the tone of Shazam and just gave some details on what he's thinking. Let me read you the quote. It's a very fun, lighthearted movie. It's about a kid who gets to become an adult superhero, so that's just going to be so fun to explore. And he went on to talk about his knowledge of the character and if he grew up with it or not. He said, to be honest, it was not a superhero I grew up with either. When I grew up in Sweden, he's Swedish, there wasn't a lot of Shazam around.
Thank you, Matt.
You're welcome. He's Swedish. So it's someone who I've learned to love later in life as well, so I can relate to people who are new to Shazam. I think it might be a good thing that I'm doing it because I know what you need to learn.
I guess there is...
It's interesting comments because I can see that's interesting. He found it later in life, and a lot of people don't know who Shazam is. So he's coming from that perspective. He's informing us who he is.
I'll be honest, that kind of sounds like bullshit. Like, I think I did that at the job one time where I was working as, like, a marketing person for a car firm, and I was like, yeah, I don't know shit about cars, so it'll be good for me to show people who also don't know shit about cars what they need to know. That was totally a lie to try to keep my job, so I think this might also be a lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
I have faith he can do a good job. I'm also not excited for a Shazam movie.
I like the character.
We're being such negative Nancy's today.
Well, I like the character of Shazam, but a couple things. You need to have Black Adam.
Yes.
That's his only real villain.
It's the only villain that anybody's gonna... We're just gonna be sitting there,
especially when you have an actor.
We're gonna be sitting there like Poochie, like, where's Black Adam? Just the entire time he's not on the screen.
Especially when The Rock is playing him.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even just like, oh, they're just never doing it. Like, no, you've got him, and you're just fucking standing over there.
Yeah, the world's most charismatic man.
Yeah. It's like, goddamn, guys. They'll probably dive a lot into the origin, because Shazam, he used to be known as Captain Marvel. And Shazam, in the comics, is actually a wizard. He's like an old wizard.
Yes.
And he gave him the powers. He imbued him with, the strength of Hercules and the...
Yeah, the wisdom of...
the gods, He's got powers from all the different gods, which is very interesting, especially when you factor in Wonder Woman. Shazam is an interesting character that is when you bounce him off of these other characters, because he is a kid. And Young Justice, we were talking about earlier, he likes Snickers and stuff. When somebody says a double entendre. You know what I mean? He says that's what she said jokes and shit like that. And honestly, I think he'd be an interesting choice. He's never really been on this team. He'd be an interesting Teen Titan.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was that talk in Young Justice
exactly.
about, does Shazam belong on the Teen Titans or not?
Or the Justice League.
Is
he an adult or a child? And I think that is a very interesting story arc for him.
Yeah, having to prove his maturity and his worth to the team.
Yeah.
Is very interesting.
I'm not sure what his solo story can be without that or without Black Adam. Because Black Adam has the same powers he does. Shazam back in ancient Egypt gave Black Adam powers. And then he went off into space and came back into now times. And Shazam's here, or Captain Marvel. And they feuded. So I don't know what they'll do. That's my biggest thing, is there's 2 Shazam arcs in my mind, and I don't know how you do a third one. I don't know what it is. I don't think this is a trilogy-style character. I think he's good enough for 1, maybe 2 movies. And then just have him, he's just there.
He's just around.
He's in the tower. There he is, that's cool. He helps out when something's going bad.
Do you know where the name Shazam comes from?
No.
They had to change it from Captain Marvel to Shazam
Marvel.
because of Marvel's character, Captain Marvel. It's a big legal battle. Shazam is an acronym for the people he gets his powers from.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, Mercury.
Is it Achilles or Ares?
It's Achilles.
Well, so he's got Achilles' heel then.
I think it doesn't quite work like that.
Okay. He doesn't have their weaknesses too.
He doesn't get their weaknesses too. He's not out here fucking white women like Zeus. But it does come from that acronym, and each one gives him a certain thing. Like Mercury is speed, Zeus is lightning. You get it.
It's crazy how
Solomon is
wisdom.
Wisdom.
It's crazy when you think about all that, because what we know about gods and what we saw a little bit in Wonder Woman, how overly powerful that sounds. But he always seems to get his ass kicked by Superman.
I mean, Superman is Superman.
I know, I'm saying though, but just goddamn, Superman is that powerful. It puts into perspective, is what I'm saying. So that's pretty crazy. Also, we need to talk about, if this is DC Extended Universe, because it is, all the gods are dead. Ares killed them all.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So we're going to touch on that.
Yeah, that's true. The Shazam Wonder Woman dynamic will be very interesting.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if that'll give Wonder Woman this respect for Shazam.
Yeah.
Not reverence, but
no, just
a lot of respect about wow, he has the strength of Hercules. Holy shit, he's got the wisdom of Solomon. Guys, this is serious shit.
Yeah. Yeah, she might put him over to the team, like, no, like, that's some serious shit. And he's there like, yeah, how about that? And she's really pretty.
Yeah.
Because he's like a 12-year-old kid. That might be...
So you like stuff?
That might be the route. They might just tell you who Billy Batson is. That might be most of the movie.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Or it might follow the plot exactly of the movie Shazam. Kazam.
I was going to say Kazam.
Yeah.
The Shaq movie.
The Shaq movie.
God, Shaq's such a bad actor. David Sandberg also said that we'll be getting a casting soon.
Dope.
So let's get
after
after
it. We
it.
both wanted for the Shazam character.
It's John Cena.
John Cena.
But now he's doing that other thing, so he can't.
I hold out hope. If Josh Brolin could be Cable and Thanos,
Sure.
John Cena can do this.
People have also thrown out Channing Tatum if Gambit falls apart.
Hey, I'm down.
I'm down with that. He can put on mass. He can cultivate.
He can cultivate mass. Let's get into the rumor mill.
Rumor mill. Speaking about Wonder Woman, she's really seeming like she's becoming the Batman. She's gonna have.
100%.
She's gonna be in everything.
She is taking over.
She's gonna be in everything.
She is the Iron Man of the DCEU.
Yeah.
100%. She's the Iron Man and the Captain America.
Yeah. She is rumored, according to Forbes magazine coming out with the scoop, she is rumored to appear in Flashpoint. And boy, when that news came out, I mean, the bells are going off everywhere. Because of the story Flashpoint, again, like last week or 2 weeks ago, we won't spoil it, but she is at war with Atlantis in it, and it is a big fucking spectacle. And so that leads a lot of people to believe, is this going to be the same shit? Are we going to see that war on the big screen, her and Jason Momoa?
Fuck, that could be incredible.
It could be... That's a Justice League movie.
Yeah.
That's not even a Flash. It's like Captain America Civil War.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's almost Civil War-like. Just they give us this big, giant, crazy whole team battle.
And the Flash is just trying to fix it. You know?
The Flash is just trying to fix it. Fuck, man, that could be really cool.
And no...
I mean, if you're going to do Flashpoint, I don't see any way you can do Flashpoint and not include it. Unless you're just going to be completely bastardizing it like the Flash TV show did.
Yeah, they just kind of just, like, shoved it to the side.
Away, yeah.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Lauren Cohen are still teasing it on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen that. They're like, hey, are you down? Like, what's your schedule like? Just saying shit like that back and forth. And it really, if I had to bet, I bet Jeffrey Dean Morgan will be in it. I bet they'll do that before they did Wonder Woman. But, boy, if they did Wonder Woman and Aquaman.
I think we're going to get it all.
There is one problem, though, that I've always had with kind of time travel movies and what they've done. Because in the story, not to spoil too much, something happens with Barry's past, and it changes everything.
Barry goes back in time and fucks up the past.
It's not Barry. Barry didn't go back in time.
Oh, true.
We're not going to spoil it, but...
The past gets fucked up.
Yeah, the past gets fucked up, and...
this is in the comic.
And then the future has different repercussions because of it.
Butterfly effect style.
Exactly. That's something I've always had a problem with. How does Barry's parents, how does their future change
affect
the Waynes?
The Waynes, exactly.
Affects Superman.
Exactly.
How does it affect all of this shit? You have to be able to
draw the conclusion from this cause to this effect.
Exactly.
I 100% agree.
And I wonder if they're going to touch on that, or they're just going to be like, nah, it's what happened. You know what I mean? They could certainly do that. I hope it's the former. I hope they don't do that. I hope it's a little simpler than that. You know what I mean? I also heard that there could be a reverse Flash in this movie that could be the villain, unless the villain is just Barry going back in time and fucking with it. Then there is no villain, which is also very interesting. But if it's a reverse Flash, I heard somebody say Aidan Gillen should play the reverse Flash. He's the guy from The Wire and Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm. And I was like, ooh, shit, now that's all I want. Because he's older, he's very calculated, he has a good voice for it. Much like Tom Cavanaugh, he's very similar to Tom Cavanaugh, who played him on The Flash. And I think that'd be a good choice. So,
dope.
So much...
I feel like we really just veered very close to spoilers.
No. We're very vague.
We're not going to reveal which villain Tom Cavanaugh played him on the Flash TV show.
I also said Reverse Flash. The Reverse Flash might have had something to do with it. He might not have. Somebody else might have had something to do with it. Maybe not.
Good cover.
Yeah. So, maybe Gorilla Grodd did it. There's a lot. This could be such a fucking spectacle, or it could just be messy.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up, but you gotta get it right.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Going over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the only thing we're really talking about in the headlines are rumor mill for the MCU because they're
Slow week.
it's slow week for them.
Happens.
And this isn't even something they did. It was just Jeff Bridges' stoner ass talking. He was talking about his role as Obadiah Stane, and he revealed some interesting deets about it. He said in the original script they were supposed to open my suit after, and I was gone. He reveals, but then no, I read the scene we were shooting, and they said no, you're dead. And I said, oh well, it's a comic. Maybe he'll come back. I don't know. And so he's leaving the door open for a possible return. I don't see that. I think Obadiah is dead.
Yeah.
We saw him fall into that reactor.
I don't think we're going to see Obadiah Stane again. I don't think we're going to see the Red Skull again.
It wouldn't make any sense to see Obadiah.
I don't think we're going to see Justin Hammer again.
Which we could. He didn't die.
I think for anyone from the Phase 1 of the MCU, except for Loki, they're gone.
Well, we saw Thunderbolt.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But he wasn't a villain.
True.
He wasn't the main
That's true.
punchy villain. Abomination's out of here.
I love Tim Roth, though.
I know, he's great, but no.
I know. Yeah, I don't see it happening. It also wouldn't make much sense. It wouldn't make much sense. How would that further along any plot? To have him come back.
No.
Tony Stark would be just like, what the fuck? It was 10 years ago.
Yeah, Tony, it's 10 years later, and Tony is such a different person now.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work at all.
It wouldn't work at all.
He's a different character.
So, sorry, Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff. Thumbs down on that one. Carl Urban may return for the Judge Dredd show that is going to be produced. He starred in the 2012 film as Judge Dredd.
He's also playing Scourge in Thor Ragnarok.
He is. Very excited for that.
He's also Bones in Star Trek.
He has confirmed that he has had some discussions with the Judge Dredd people. I believe it's Millennium Films. Nice. He told them that if they write the material and give him something to do and give him a real function in the show, he will be there.
He loved playing Dredd.
Well, people love that movie. It's a cult classic.
And he's like, he really embraces it. He's like, oh, I love it too.
Yeah, I'm sure he had a blast. And I wish that movie had done better.
This is a show. This isn't even a film. I mean, that's a good get.
That's a pretty good get.
So Carl Urban, he's really he's on a slow but sure like path up. Like people are like,
he's doing cool shit.
Everybody likes Carl Urban.
He's doing cool shit.
Like no one's ever like, yeah, fuck Carl Urban. So like if we can get him on like a good show, especially with some of these other shows that are ending soon, maybe Judge Dredd can become like the next big show. I'm with it.
I would love that. Handsome Australian man. Yeah. Thumbs up on this. Would definitely love that. And with the concept of Judge Dredd, there's always something that he can come in and do as another agent.
I wonder if they'll get Stallone.
That'd be great. Stallone's definitely out here. He was in Guardians.
Sure.
He's out here to do stuff.
Did you see the Guardians? They came out with the Guardians, the blooper reel, like a little bit of the blooper reel, and he could not say Ravager.
Oh, really?
To save his life. He's like, Ravager. He's like, is that right? And they're like, no. Get it right. He's like, couldn't
we want to go home.
Yeah, he just couldn't. Everybody's laughing. Michael Rooker's laughing. Sounds like fun.
All right. So I think we're both
thumbs up
on that
Carl
one.
Urban rules.
Hell yeah. Quick hits. You ready for some quick hits?
Do it.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. premiere moved up from 2018 to right after the Inhumans are out. Right after the Inhumans are done, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will pick up.
I wonder if that is to wash the taste out of our mouth.
There's no way it's not.
Because people like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and apparently Inhumans has been real shitty. The Skrulls were almost in Guardians of the Galaxy. We know that they're going to be appearing in Captain Marvel, and so I guarantee you, James Gunn went to Kevin Feige and was like, "Here's the script," and he was like, "Ooh, we can't have that shit. We got plans for them," and so that's very cool. It shows that Marvel has a plan. Hey, Warner Brothers.
Honestly,
that's my biggest problem with Warner Brothers. I like their movies. Get a plan.
Get a plan. Give me something long term. What are we doing here?
Yeah. I don't need Gotham City Sirens.
I feel like somebody's like long-term girlfriend. Hey man, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
what is this?
Are you gonna bend the knee? What are we gonna do here?
What are we doing? Mike Mignola talked about Hellboy, the movie that's coming up. It is no longer called Rise of the Blood Queen.
Thank God.
Thank God. That's a dumb name.
Also, superhero movies in general need to stop having Rise in the title.
Yeah, we have risen. We have rose.
Yeah, it's fine.
We raised.
He's there. We got it. He's Hellboy. Boom.
He was talking about, he said it's a very loose adaptation of one of the Hellboy graphic novels, what they're making.
That's good.
When you have more books out there, you have a lot more to sift through. He's hoping that this introduces a lot of stuff that then expands into a Hellboy cinematic universe.
I'm down.
Which sounds dope, but...
Is there enough meat on that bone?
Or what does that mean, like, you're going to have a Lobster Johnson movie? Like, what does that mean? What is that?
Lobster Johnson, as what my nickname was in college.
How dare you?
So, I'm still in college. Ian McShane, speaking of Hellboy, is going to be playing Broom in Hellboy.
That's dope.
Formerly played by John Hurt, who we're watching in these movies.
John Hurt, great actor. Ian McShane, amazing actor.
Better actor, somehow.
Yeah, John Hurt. Love me some John Hurt.
Yeah.
Ian McShane's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
did you see his work in American Gods?
Did you see his work in Hot Rod?
You know I did.
I know you did. It's my favorite movie. I did not, but I heard great things about it.
It's fucking so good.
Neil Gaiman's American Gods.
It's fucking so good.
So, that's awesome. Ian McShane rules. He's basically playing Hellboy's dad. That's who that is.
Yeah. The Inhumans director also hated the trailer.
Which is sad.
He said,
Or maybe it's a beacon of light. Maybe it's like, oh, maybe the show's good.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I was mixed. He said, I was mixed about the first trailer as well. I don't feel like it gave you the scope.
Nobody was mixed about it, by the way.
No, it was down. It was bad. It didn't give you a lot of secrets or visual effects. It didn't give you a lot of secrets. That sounds like a line from Stefan, the Bill Hader character.
Yeah, on SNL. It didn't give you a lot of secrets.
It felt like it was a little bit too early because the visual effects were not ready. Medusa's hair was not ready.
Then why are you releasing clips?
Then don't put it out there. Let us guess about it,
Yeah.
Then don't give us a half-cooked steak.
Especially because if you think like, oh, well, they haven't given us a trailer and it comes out in 2 months or something like that. And a lot of people will be like, oh, maybe it's really shitty. But at least we're guessing.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Now we know it looks mad shitty. And I saw a lot of websites being like, don't worry, this guy hated it too. Like, that does not assuage my fear in the slightest that the director is not on board with this 100%. I wish he'd come out and been like, yeah, I saw the trailer, and based off the show, it's going to be a fucking great show. How about that?
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you.
I love it.
I want somebody to come out here. I want Conor McGregor to be the spokesman for this show.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Did you see that fucking trailer? So, yeah, it's super unfortunate. Prove us wrong, children. That's how I feel about everything that we don't like. Dave Bautista, who is awesome, former wrestler, he's in Guardians of the Galaxy, plays Drax. He's also in Blade Runner and all that stuff. He is going to be playing the Eternal Warrior in a Valiant comic adaptation, live action. So, for those who are familiar, the Eternal Warrior has been granted the gift of immortality. Gilad Anipada is a master tactician and one of the greatest warriors on the planet.
I feel like every Valiant character is so hyper-powered.
Oh, yeah. They're all Superman.
So hyper-powered.
When in danger, Earth calls for...
No, they're all Superman, but, like, they're also wizards. Like, like they all have, like, 75 powers to pull from.
Yeah. When in danger, Earth calls for her Eternal Warrior to prevent calamities and mete out justice. For countless centuries, these messages have been relayed to Gilead by the Geomancers. This is very comic book. An unbroken line of mystics in tune with the voice of the planet, similar to Guardians of the Universe for Green Lantern.
Bit, yeah.
The Geomancer of a given era and Gilead work together to do the bidding of Earth. So he's very Green Lantern.
It sounds like a mix between Green Lantern and Swamp Thing.
A little bit.
Yeah, right? Into it. Dope.
Dave
Good for Dave Bautista. Yeah. I bet he's going to do a fucking great job.
This was rumored, and everybody's like, oh, it's rumors. And then Dave Bautista was like, no, yeah, it's fucking happening. Yeah. Like, he went to Twitter. He's like, yeah, that shit's cool. I'm doing it.
Fucking love you, Dave.
Yeah, he's the best. Washington, D.C. guy. Hometown boy.
Gorilla Grodd will be in Legends of Tomorrow Season 3.
Cool.
Dope.
One of the highlights of the Flash last season.
Absolutely.
The Gorilla City stuff. Jonathan Hickman, writer for Marvel Comics, he confirmed that the Fantastic Four comics were canceled because the studio doesn't have the film rights.
That happens a lot. That's also happening with the X-Men right now. You're not seeing them create a lot of new X-Men because I do think there's something to the effect of like anyone they create right now.
Fox has them.
Fox owns film rights too.
That's why a lot of people are becoming Inhumans.
Yeah, so everybody is just becoming Inhumans or like meta-powered in different ways.
Yeah. So Fox, honestly, you're lucky you made Logan because I enjoy your movies, but like...
Well, they have Deadpool too. No, they're doing really good work.
Yeah.
If they weren't doing good work, everybody, imagine how mad we would be at Fox if they were not churning out consistently really good movies.
Yeah, Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past, Logan, and
Apocalypse.
Deadpool. Just Days of Future Past, Logan, and Deadpool are like three of my top 10 comic book movies of all time.
Yeah, that's 30%.
Easily.
And there's a shit ton. That's from the same fucking studio, so that's crazy. So that sucks, but so be it.
We have a release date for Batman vs. Two-Face, the animated Batman 66 style movie. It is dropping on October 17th. That's the day the Blu-ray comes out. Digital HD may be available before that. This movie is notable because it will be the last voice acting work of Adam West.
Yeah, who passed away?
Passed away earlier this year. This
Tragic.
will be the...
He was 90 and it's still tragic.
This will be the last entry into the Batman canon of Batman. Yeah. For a lot of people. For the first Batman for almost everyone.
What's also cool about this is that Adam West never got to go against Two-Face in the 60s show.
Yeah, so he's finally getting to knock this one out, too.
He's going to be able to fuck up Two-Face for the first and last time. So that's sad. He's also got some Family Guy episodes coming out. So I think Seth MacFarlane said he's got 9 more that he's in.
Dope.
So that's cool. He'll live on. Emily Van Camp, who plays Sharon Carter in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Agent 13, she said she does not know if she's going to be in Avengers Infinity War. So considering that it wrapped shooting, I don't think you're in this one.
You might be in A4, but you're not in A3.
No. So
which is cool.
That's cool. You were in Civil War. That movie fucking ruled. And Cap 2, which is our number 1 movie on the rankings.
Hell yeah.
So, and she's been good in them.
She's great.
She's not Maggie Gyllenhaal like in The Dark Knight. She's not bringing these down.
She's great. No, you move. Great line.
Oh, I love it. It was so smart. We're going to talk about it when we do the movie. So smart to have those words come from Peggy. Yeah. Because Spider-Man said them in the comic, but having Peggy say them
even better.
Blew me away in the theater.
CW has canceled their Amazon plans.
Forgot about this thing.
I do not mean their Amazon Prime account. The show that they had been talking about once upon a time, the Wonder Woman prequel in the style of like Krypton, Smallville, Gotham, about Wonder Woman that they had planned.
The
Amazons, Themyscira,
Gods.
Hippolyta, the Gods. That has not been in development since 2014.
There was like, we should probably release a statement on this.
Yeah, because of the heat behind Wonder Woman, they put out a thing just saying, hey, there's definitely no plans right now for this network. The DCEU has it. We're not going to touch it right now.
We're just going to
fuck it up.
Yeah. So, that's cool.
Still dead.
So, the CW, speaking of the CW, they announced their crossover days for their big old crossover event this year. On Monday, November 27th, we're going to have Supergirl, followed by Arrow directly. Even though Arrow airs on Thursdays, Arrow will air on Monday that week. And the next day, November 28th, will be The Flash and Legends to wrap it all up. So 2 days, 4 episodes. Hopefully it's better than last year's.
Dope. The Thor line that everybody loved so much, the best line from the trailer.
Thor Ragnarok.
The empirically, provably, the best line from the trailer.
Yeah, the funniest, certainly.
No, it's okay, I know him. He's a friend from work. That line was written by a Make-A-Wish kid who was on set.
So great. Taika revealed that.
Fucking the best. Yeah. That's great. I love that so much.
Imagine being Taika Waititi and like whoever else will stand there and be like, that's a really funny line.
Hey, that's really funny. We're going to put that in.
Yeah. And it's in forever.
And it is in there forever.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Job, kid. You rule. We're going to end. We got you should check out. So last quick hit. Jessica Chastain took to Instagram and confirmed her role in X-Men Dark Phoenix. She did not say who she's playing, but we know she's playing the Shi'ar Queen.
Lilandra, yeah.
Yeah. And so she like had
cruel mistress of the Shi'ar Empire.
She mentioned James McAvoy in her post. It was like a picture of her with James McAvoy, and she was like, "I'm gonna make you cry in this film." So it seems like she's playing the villain.
I'm going for gasps.
Gasps. And they actually did a movie together called The Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby. Came out a couple years ago, so they've acted before. The movie's 3 hours long.
No shit.
Yeah, so I was like,
too long.
Good God, that movie. I was like, maybe I'll check it out. I like the song Eleanor Rigby. Shit, 3 hours.
Yeah, that's a rough out.
I mean, I fell asleep during There Will Be Blood.
Twice,
and I still loved it. That's how good that movie was. So that's a long. That movie was like a half hour shorter than this. So, cool. Jessica Chastain.
Ooh. Hey, you guys should check out from this week the video of Kevin Conroy,
Batman,
the voice of Batman, reading lines from The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
it is
the speech,
great.
Like the speech at the end after, spoiler alert, Harvey dies.
Yes.
Two-Face dies, and he's talking to Gordon about what Gotham needs, and they read that line.
You know what? Because it's a podcast, I'll play it now.
Joker won. All of Harvey's prosecutions, everything he fought for, undone. Whatever chance you gave us of fixing our cities dies with Harvey's reputation. We bet it all on him. The Joker took the best of us and tore him down. People will lose hope.
They won't. They must never know what he did.
5 dead. 2 of them cops. You can't sweep that up.
But the Joker cannot win. Gotham needs its true hero.
No!
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I can do those things because I'm not a hero. Not like Dent. I killed those people. That's what I can be.
No, you can't. You're not.
I'm whatever Gotham needs me to be. Call it in.
They'll hunt you.
You'll hunt me. You'll condemn me. Set the dogs on me. Because that's what needs to happen. Because sometimes the truth isn't good enough. Sometimes people deserve more. Sometimes people deserve to have their faith rewarded.
Wasn't that great, everybody?
Yeah, I totally just heard it.
So I'm glad you guys were able to listen to that. How cool is that? Kevin Conroy is the man. Isn't it great that the guy who's like the biggest part of all this still loves being a part of all this?
That's the best. Him and Mark Hamill, who's the Joker.
Yeah.
They're both so great and they're so fun. And it always weirds me out seeing Kevin Conroy do the voice.
I know, it doesn't
Like,
work.
you're not Batman.
Yeah. It's like...
'Cause he doesn't look
it's like
like
one of
Bruce
those
Wayne.
videos where a baby meets their, like, parent's twin.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I know this makes sense, but it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And then, like, they keep, like, flipping the baby back and forth. The baby's just mad confused. I showed one of those videos to our mom once, and she was like, that's torturing that poor baby.
She's not wrong.
And you know what? She's not wrong. It kind of is.
So, we'll end on baby torture. For all of us here at Up and Away.
Better than kid orgies from earlier.
Thank you for bringing it back up. So
It's from the book It, from Stephen King.
This Friday, we are watching...
If you didn't listen to that part.
We are watching the Hellboy sequel, Hellboy 2, Rise of the Golden Army.
Remember when I kept saying Golden Circle? That's Kingsman.
Yeah, oh yeah,
That
you're
kept
right.
fucking me up. I wanted to say that on the pod. I'm not stupid.
Well,
Well, I'm not that stupid. I'm kind of stupid.
so we're going to watch and review that movie this Friday. Please check out our big list of every comic book movie we have watched and ranked. It is in the show notes. Please subscribe to the show if you like it. Leave a good review. If you don't like it, please just leave and be nice about it. Be nice
Yeah.
to us about our opinions.
Yeah. Just give us 5 stars and be like, I think they suck, but still 5 stars.
They're trying their best, which we are.
Matt's kind of dumb. Say that.
Find us on social media. Email the show, upandawaypodcast@gmail.com. For everybody that's out there, we very much appreciate all you guys. See all you guys soon here on the show.